All right, congratulations on wanting to start an LLC in Minnesota. I'm going to walk you through all the steps that you need to take in order to get your LLC established. The first thing I have to do is do a little disclosure. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not actually going to submit an LLC because I can't submit fake information because that would be illegal. So I will walk you through all the steps, but I will not be submitting an LLC. Just to make that very clear in case anyone from the government of Minnesota is watching. So the first thing you want to do is you have to set up an account with Minnesota. If you click on the link below, it's going to bring you to this webpage. You're going to create an account, and all you do there is you're going to put in your name and your email address and then make a password. Once you've made a password, you'll go to sign in. All right, once you're in, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come up to business filings online. And now you're going to scroll down and you're going to go to limited liability company domestic because you're doing this within the United States. Looks like their filing fee is $155. So click on that. All right, and in this section is just making sure you're not trying to do a professional status and service. This is essentially for people that are trying to establish an LLC for doctors, lawyers, accountants. For simplicity's sake, I'm assuming that you're going to be a standard LLC. So we're going to hit no here and then hit next. And there's a few things you have to think about before you actually start the process of doing your LLC. And that's obviously picking your business name. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty about how you come up with a business name, but there are a few things that you have to take into account. First of all, there's words that you cannot have in your business name. It can't include the words bank, trust, nonprofit. So make sure those words are not in your business name. The other thing you want to think about too is it has to have LLC at the end. In fact, this part right here, it's going to say what is the designation and it'll be LLC. Another thing you want to think about with your business name is make sure that your business name is available for your website that you're going to create. The last thing you want to do is spend $155 on a filing fee, get it all established, only to find out you are unable to use your business name in your website. So do some research on the back end, make sure the domain you want to use for your website and your business is available. So check that out before we get this whole process started. Now that we have it started, we'll just do Billy's Lawn Service and then the business designation LLC. It's going to do a search through the Minnesota database to make sure that that is not taken already, and it's not. So hey, if you want Billy's Lawn Service LLC, it's available. I'm not going to submit this. And then here you're going to put file limited liability company domestic. Now the first thing it's going to ask you is the organizer, which is obviously you. So you're going to fill all this information out for yourself, and then you're going to hit save organizer, and then we're going to go to the next step. All right, now that you have that information input and saved, you're going to hit next. Now this section threw me off the first time I started an LLC. What is a registered agent? I thought it was some sort of profession where I had to hire someone to be my registered agent. In this case, where you are establishing the business in Minnesota and you are in Minnesota, the registered agent is going to be you. So you are going to add yourself. Essentially what the registered agent is Minnesota wants to know where it's going to send all the business documents, the filings, any notices about your business. It wants to know where it's sending those documents and to whom they are sending those documents. So you're going to add registered agent, and then you're just going to put your information in here. All right, now that you have your registered agent information in there, you're going to hit next. And now this is the section for the registered agent, the address that you're going to be sending it to. So put in the address of yourself. Now, whether that be if you're working from home and you want to establish your business from home, this is going to be your home address. If you have an office already established or a warehouse or something along those lines, you can put that information in here. It's just depending where you want to get the mail and information sent to. So I'll fill this part out and we'll get to the next section. All right, this section is essentially saying if you can receive mail to your registered agent address, you do not need to fill this section out. So you can skip this section because you already have the address entered in for your registered agent. So you're just going to hit next. Now in this section, it's essentially saying if you want to add any documents to your registration, this is all going to be public information. I personally don't like to put a ton of information into the public if I don't have to. So when I started my LLC, I did not upload anything. So I would just hit next from here. And again, this section is just going to be asking you where you want to have that delivery sent to. You've set up this account, so it should automatically have put in your email address. So you're just going to put your name and phone number and then hit next. This section is asking you to add client reference information. You already have your information for your registered agent, so you don't really need to put anything in here. So I would just hit next. All right, now in this section, just asking you to add an email for official notices. I would use the same address that you used for your registered agent. I'm not 100% sure why they're asking for this. Again, it should just automatically be your registered agent. It's not for Minnesota, so I would put your information in there to make sure that you're getting all of the documents correctly. All right, this next section is for their statistics. So you can go through there and fill this part out. How many employees you're going to have. If you're a woman veteran-owned business, a veteran, thank you for your service if you are. And then you're going to come down to the NAICS codes. And this is just going to be, what is your business? It's going to describe what you're doing. Is it a service? Are you selling something? And so you'll just put all of that information in here. And then you'll hit next. Now, I'm not going to hit next just in case that actually submits this, but it looks like the next page is actually the review page. That page is extremely important. Go through and double, triple check everything that you have in there, because once you submit this, if you realize, oh no, I should have used a different email address or a different address, it's going to cost you $25 to $50 depending on the state to go and make those changes. So just double and triple check everything. It's just really important. It'll save you some money and save you time having to get something changed. Once you do the review page, it'll take you to the payment page. The payment page, you're just going to enter in your credit card information, pay the fee to submit it to the state. Once it's submitted to the state, it honestly depends on the state and how busy they are. It usually takes between 3 to 7 business days for them to go through your submission and confirm it or deny it. If they, for some reason, denied it, they will let you know why. But let's just assume you did everything correctly. You double, triple checked everything and it's confirmed. The really important thing about this is after it is confirmed, they're going to send you over your articles of incorporation for your LLC. The reason why that is so important is you need your articles of incorporation for the next step of establishing your business, and that is to get your EIN. That is the employer identification number. And the employer identification number is essentially your business's social security number. You'll need that EIN for setting up a business bank account, for getting insurance for your business, to hire employees, to pay your taxes. So you have to get an EIN. There are some companies out there that offer a service to get this set up for you. They make it seem like it's really complicated. It can cost $100, $200, $300 to set up your EIN. And the crazy thing about it, the EIN to get that is free. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's really, really not hard at all. So if you click on the link below, it's going to take you to our page, and that has video with step-by-step instructions on how to set up your EIN. We also have a business starter pack that has all the documents that you're going to need for your first year of business. It has an operating agreement that is completely customizable, and you'll need an operating agreement along with your EIN to establish your business bank account. We also provide non-compete contracts, non-disclosure agreements, non-disparagement agreements, documents that you don't even realize that you need right now, but you definitely will. We have over 30 documents that I've curated over the past 15 years of running multiple successful companies. I honestly wish I would have had this starter packet when I started my first LLC. It would have saved me months of time and headache, not to mention probably thousands of dollars. The nice thing too is we also have a community of entrepreneurs that can answer all of your questions while establishing and growing your business. Questions like, how do I hire an employee? How do I fire an employee? What paperwork do I need my employee to fill out? How do I protect my company from legal liability? How do I deal with angry customers? How do I deal with angry employees? How do I get to the top of Google search results for my business? How do I create a website? What is the most effective way to advertise through social media? How do I file my business taxes? We have answers for all of these questions and more. Go check out our business starter pack. It'll be one of the best decisions you make as a new business owner. Save yourself from all the mistakes that I made when I first started my business. Click on the link and let's get your business growing.